Lisa, Shannon, I just want to do a quick video for you in case you didn't get a chance to go through the site and really see how this works. And also maybe just so you can have a little background in case the public does call you and has any questions, you can coach them up and tell them what to expect. Or from the home page, just hover over the public permits and you want to select commercial occupancy request. We may change the order. I think maybe housing conservation probably has a little more volume and maybe a couple other things, but it'll be right here. And then and let me know too. So we've put together a page that we hope is pretty plain with instruction. So the first thing we tell them, that if you're not the owner, that you'll need to either have a signed lease agreement or a signed notarized letter of authorization. And it needs to be in a PDF format so they can upload it with the application. We do give them the ability to click at here and get a copy of a letter of authorization. One thing to note, in Firefox, the PDF opens and it doesn't have forms. You can see this here. It contains forms, and they don't support that. Chrome and Internet Explorer should. They can actually type this out, fill it out on the computer, and print it. So that's how that would work best for them, probably, in a different browser. Although this is fine, too. They can just print this here and handwrite it in. So we'll move this. And then the other part that we try to help them out with, now we do explain that if they are the owner, they don't need these forms. And then all applicants will need to answer a set of questions. So without making them get too far into the application, and then they come up to the question sets and they may not know what all the answers are, they could maybe look them up here. And I know the convenience store with gas station has quite a few. So they just select the business type and click on the print questions button. And we open up this page that looks like the site and the old design. But they can use the print command in their browser. Sorry. If we just go here and select print, then it'll open up another page where they can just print this right out. And it'll be a nice organized paper format. They can print these out, get the answers to their questions, and then come back to the web page and fill out the answers below. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. So we can close that guy and close this tab. And one that I had from a previous video that I had to stop. So we explain the cost and the payment types that are accepted and the fact there's a processing fee. They can add all the contacts that they want, and that each contact on the application will receive email updates and correspondence. They can request a date for inspections. Now, we do tell them there's a 5 business day wait from today. And let me know if you need to shorten this window. I think we may have opened the overall window out a little further. We tell them the furthest out they can request an inspection date is 14 business days from the first date. Please let me know if that needs to be adjusted, but that's pretty easy to do. Then we tell them about how the occupancy permit is issued. Please let me know if I need to clean up any of this language. But we just tell them that once you all have processed this from the permit section, the system will send out an email and lists all the inspectors' names and contact information along with their requested date. So that's where that's going. Sorry. And that the occupancy permit is only issued after all inspectors and the zoning department have approved their application. Now, I did have a question here that if they do have any questions, they should call the permit section, and here's the number. So I believe that's everything that should be there. Now, for the address information, we have some questions and answers, hopefully. So I tell them how to enter the address. Since it's just a one long text box, and some people tend to put in the city, state, and zip code, hopefully they'll click on these, and if they click on them, they'll stay up. We kind of give them a cue of just what to do. And we give them the ability to use both lookups. And it was funny when we were testing, the very first 2 addresses that I pulled out of the live site were not found in the new lookup. So I'm going to do an example of one that we used earlier at 41 Lindell Boulevard. So if you just click here, and if the new lookup throws an error, we tell them that the city's address lookup system responded with an error to the address they entered, so they could retry it with the original lookup process. So they can click here or click here, and either one, I think it's just going to pop it through. But this one, when they use the original lookup, we go back and look up on Geo St. Louis, and then we click here again on the address lookup. So they have to change to the old format and click on address lookup, and you can see that the system just pulled it right in. And so we've got Central West End, which district, neighborhood, so we know we've got it pulled in. And now we've got the ownership information in here as well. And you'll notice one of the things we did change, so if any of the name, address, city, state, and zip gets changed, it'll be highlighted in red for you on the form. So here's maybe where it would be shows change. So like if I change web code to Weirco Business LLC. So that should be in red next time it comes through. And then we've got the phone number and an email address. So that's it, pretty much. I mean, now they can copy it right down to occupant. Then they just have to add the company name. And we just copy that down to correspondence, and they're done. So whatever changes they need to make, excuse me, they can add the contacts here. So they can add additional contacts. And all these people will get emails associated with them. We'll get a type of business here. I'm going to do something quick, I guess, with questions. We'll say no drive up, no outdoor ATM, no outdoor parking. We'll say 0. And here we've got $80 for the under 3,500 square foot size. So we can do the scheduling. So same here, we just tell them we have a hover over. So they can select any day from May 22 to June 10th. And again, we put out the 5 working day buffer, and they just use the arrows to scroll back and forth to the calendar. Once they get to the end, the calendar days won't scroll anymore. So we do show the, once we get there to the 10th, there we go. So there's that. And then we do show the days, or the number of slots available for each day. So you've got the day of the week, the month and date, and then the number of inspection slots that are available. Uploading the lease agreement is simple. They either hit the select button or just hit the text box. And then I'm just going to pull something here, anything, a PDF. So that'll load it up when we hit save. They can type any additional comments. We do tell them it's optional. I hope they understand that. They don't have to do that. And then if I select owner, I wouldn't have needed to upload that, but I can pick owner's rep or business owner and just type in Tim Weir and click send. So now it's going to ask me, see, good. You must select a scheduled date to send this application and send this application. So let's find out what where I missed it. I must have selected, I didn't. So I missed the date. So let's pick Friday, May 22nd. So right here, good example of mess. Just make sure they hit that, and we will confirm it right here. I didn't select a date. Perfect. I'll need to upload the letter again. So that's one thing we can change, hopefully. And click send. Now it's pay. So here it is, either e-check or credit card, since there's no escrow involved. And again, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to do a quick one of some information that I have saved in John Doe, and I always do that. Visa is always 16 digits with a 1. And that's it. So we'll just send payment. And upcoming will be their receipt as soon as that credit card gets processed. This takes a minute because it's on the demo site. I can download the receipt right here. And I tell them it's an application information, and the date, the address, the amount, square footage, etc. So I hope this is helpful for you. Please let me know if you have any questions. And then once they're done here, they can just cancel or close. It'll take it back to the main page. But it should be pretty straightforward. And now it should be an application submitted is the status for you all to review and approve or deny. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.